Right, so hello and welcome back to Books and Things, and welcome to another video, and today let's have a chat. So I have various miscellaneous things that I wanted to talk about. I didn't know what video to put them in, and I thought, well, I'll just do a random chatty video. Also, I've just filmed a couple of quite serious videos. Well, they're not really serious, but you know what I mean. I filmed some videos that had a lot of notes and talking and were not scripted. I don't really do anything that's ever fully scripted, but they were as close to scripted as I get. And I feel the need to film something different. So we're gonna be chatty and less edited, maybe. Probably still edited because I can't string a sentence together without editing it together. But you know, I've got my tea and various bits and pieces I wanted to chat about. So I was thinking to myself, what can I call this kind of video? I really enjoy Charlotte from Coney Reads does great bookish chats every now and then. I think that's what she calls them, where she just talks about bookish things. And I was like, oh, that's a nice thing to do sometimes. Maybe I'll do something like that. What shall I call it? And then I thought to myself, my channel is literally called Books and Things. That's literally the name of my channel. So if I want to have a chat about books and things, then I should call it Books and Things. Okay, so first of the random things I wanted to talk about. First I want to talk about some Booktube videos I've been really enjoying lately. I do every few months do a kind of favourite booktubers, favourite booktube videos kind of video. What do I even call them? I can't remember. I'm not going to look it up because this is a chatty, casual video. But I do booktube favourite videos, whatever videos, every now and then, but I probably only do them every 6 months. But they're a bit more time consuming sometimes, and I feel every now and then I just want to recommend some videos closer to when they came out. So I wanted to talk about a couple of videos I've been really enjoying lately. In general, I have just been really enjoying watching people's favourites videos and goals videos, favourite books of 2024 and goals videos for 2025. I love those videos. It's such a great time of year when all those videos come out. I have 200 videos in my watch later playlist because December, January is the one time where I want to watch every single video that people are putting out rather than just half of them, which is how I usually watch Booktube because I'm subscribed to a lot of people. But I'm slowly getting through everyone's favourites and goals videos, which I've been loving. One thing that I really enjoyed over the last couple of months was Jen the Librarian's Christmas advent calendar. So Jen got a Christmas advent calendar from a bookshop, secondhand bookshop, and had a new book to open every day of December. And I just thought Jen's videos were such a fun, lovely daily thing in December. They were only 4 or 5 minutes long, and I just really enjoyed them. And they reminded me actually that sometimes a short video is a really lovely thing, because I feel Booktube has become quite long form, partly I guess in resistance to TikTok and stuff, and maybe people now do their really short videos in shorts. I don't know, I don't really watch shorts. Maybe I should, but I have so much Booktube to watch. But I feel most Booktube videos now are more 20 minutes, and obviously personally, most of my Booktube videos are 20 minutes, sometimes way longer. But there is something nice about a really short video, and I just really enjoyed Jen's videos throughout December. They were so lovely. They have inspired a advent calendar kind of project I'm hoping to do this December myself, but we'll see. But yeah, I just really enjoyed those videos, so I wanted to mention them. I know that Christmas is over and stuff, but they were great. And then a couple of other videos I wanted to mention. Claudia from Spencer's Library did a really great video called So You Want to Get Into Classics, which was just fantastic. I really enjoy all of Claudia's videos, and I feel we have the same opinions on classics. I feel there's a lot of different approaches to reading classics, and I feel some people feel you have to approach classics in a different way, or that you have to give respect to classics differently to you would to a normal book, or you know, you must read classics really slowly and annotate them, and you know, there were all these things you must do in order to read classics. But I feel Claudia and I both agree that classics are just books that were written in the past, and you should enjoy them as books. And yeah, she just did a great video on kind of how to get into classics, but also with that approach, which I loved. So I'd really recommend that. And then talking of classics, Jennifer Jelinkova, formerly insert literary pun here, did a fantastic video on Jane Austen's novels called I Read All of Jane Austen's Novels. I'll leave that link down below. Jennifer has relatively recently come back to Booktube, and it's so lovely to see her again. And I just thought that was a great video dissecting a lot of fascinating things about Jane Austen's novels, so I'll leave that link down below. And then finally, I also wanted to mention one relatively new to me booktuber I found recently, who is Andy from Really Random Reads, and I'm just really enjoying his channel. As the channel name suggests, Andy reads a variety of random things, and he does like Anthony Trollope, I can tell you. Someone else shouted him out. I think it might have been Brian from Bookish, and I went to Andy's channel, and as I usually do when I discover a new booktuber, I like had a quick flick through his videos, and I found a review, an individual review of An Eye for an Eye by Anthony Trollope, and I was like, I'm going to enjoy this booktuber's channel a lot. Another lovely like booktube watching thing in the last few months was that quite a few different booktubers put my novel The Trouble with Mrs. Montgomery Hearst on their like favourite books of the year video, which I was really like touched and honoured by. That was very, very nice. I feel like, obviously I don't feel like anyone on Booktube feels a pressure to say very nice things about my novels just because I'm a booktuber. I don't think they do at all, but you know, there's a difference between like saying positive things in a wrap up and like declaring it to be your favourite book of the year, which you wouldn't do unless you like genuinely really loved it. So I was just very like pleasantly surprised and honoured, because I'm really proud of Montgomery Hearst as a novel, and obviously I was proud of Hartwood Hall, my first novel too, but like not as much. And you know, it hasn't like sold as many copies as Hartwood Hall, and I don't have a publisher in the US, which I did for Hartwood Hall, which you know, makes a big difference in terms of sales and readership and that kind of thing. So it's just been very, very lovely that some people have really, really, really loved it, because in the end, that's what matters. You know, I remember thinking to myself ages ago when I was reading one of Natasha Pulley's books, I don't remember which one it was, but I remember thinking to myself, if I can make one person feel when reading my books like I feel when reading Natasha Pulley's books, I will be a successful author. Like, that's my bar of success. So yeah. It's also been very nice because I'm working on my third book at the moment. I'm writing, editing away, and you know, it's been a slow process. It's going well. I don't want to tell you anything about it yet because, you know, maybe no one will want to publish it, but fingers crossed. I will tell you when I have news. But I'm on like a draft 3, and I've done lots of research and lots of editing and lots of rewriting, and it's going well and it's been fun. But you know, it's taking a while. So yeah, Montgomery Hearst was a weird one because it probably looks like I wrote it quite quickly. It only came out, you know, slightly over a year after Hartwood Hall, but I had actually written a lot of it before writing Hartwood Hall, so I wasn't starting from scratch in the way that I am with book 3. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Talking of writing, sort of segue, not really. In the last couple of weeks, I've been to some author events, been to see some other authors do panels and stuff, which has been really, really fun. So I went to see Jenny Godfrey doing a Q&A. She wrote The List of Suspicious Things, which I haven't yet read, and I've now met Jenny like 4 times, and I feel like I probably should have read her book. Then every time I'm like, oh yeah, I really need to read your book. But anyway, it was really nice to go along to this event, and I knew quite a lot of the other authors who had kind of come along in the audience. Like I said, I've met Jenny a few times. I don't know her very well, but I know some people well who know her well, and it was just really lovely to go along to this event and hear Jenny talk about the book. And The List of Suspicious Things has done like fantastically in the UK. I think it's just sold in the US, so I think it isn't out in the US yet, but in the UK it's done really, really well. Sunday Times bestseller, just come out in paperback, and Jenny is so like down to earth about the success, and so like surprised by it, but also just like going with the flow as you kind of have to, and it was just really lovely hearing her talk about the book and everything like that. I should read it, shouldn't I? But it also reminded me that it's really nice to go along to author events and hear authors talk about writing and stuff. And then the next week I went along to an event that Alex Hay was doing. He was in a Q&A with Erin Kelly for The Queen of Fives, which has just come out, and as you can see by my bookmark, I am reading currently. Probably would have finished this by the time this video goes up. It's so good. I was just listening to Alex Hay talk about this book, and I was like, I must read this book immediately. It is set in the Victorian period. and it is about a con woman trying to con a duke out of his fortune in the 1890s, which is just, you know, everything I wanted a book, really. And it's very, very, very good. And it was just really nice to go along and hear Alex talk about it. And yeah, it reminded me how nice, as I said, it is to go along to book events and author stuff. And I should try and go to more like Q&As and things like that. You know, I live in London, there's a lot of this stuff, but I sometimes forget to check Waterzones' website and see what's happening. But actually, I really, really enjoy going to those kind of events, and it's really fun. The one other thing I was gonna talk about, oh wait, I've put the book down. No, that's not gonna work. I have been filming other videos, as I said, so the floor around me is just a sea of books. It's quite nice to film a casual video after my like more note heavy ones. Whatever, you know what I mean. You drink my tea. Okay, I'm gonna put the tea down because the one other thing I wanted to share in this video, I have an exciting package here. Milena from Melena Reads, also from Melena's Bookshop. Melena Reads is her Booktube channel. Melena's Bookshop is her bookshop. Obviously, you could have worked that out, couldn't you? Milena runs an online bookshop that is kind of classics focused. She's based in the Netherlands, but ships worldwide. I'll leave more links down below. I really like Melena's Bookshop. I think she's been running for just over a year now, and I've ordered several things from there before. As I said, it's classics focused, and one of the like aims or like points of the bookshop is that you can find out which edition of classics you're getting, because so often when you're trying to buy classics online, you're buying a book, but there's like been 20 editions of that classic and you don't know really what one you're going to get. And with Melena's Bookshop, you do. And she sells secondhand and new books in English language and in Dutch. And as well as selling books, she also has lots of like lovely bookish goodies, like postcards and mugs and puzzles and bookmarks. I've bought lots of her bookmarks before. In fact, I've bought more bookmarks from Melena's Bookshop than I have books, because I often feel like I have too many books to read, but you can never have too many bookmarks. And also because I destroy bookmarks. I don't mean to, but if I use a bookmark, it will not last. I think probably because the way I read with a bookmark like going down the lines. It is constantly in use when I am, you know, going down the page like this for every line, which means the bookmark probably gets like a lot more wear and tear than other people's bookmarks. So I feel like bookmarks just don't last me very long. They just get destroyed slowly over time, so I always need new bookmarks. Anyway, that was a long way of me saying I have got a parcel from Melena's Bookshop, because she very kindly has sent me a mystery bag, which I think contains maybe a book and definitely like some bookish things. And she's very kindly sent me one for free, which is very nice, so I thought I would show it to you. And also she has given me a discount code. I will leave more links down below if you want to get 10% off a mystery bag at Melena's Bookshop. It's great, do go and support her. You can either order through her website or through Etsy, and if you order through Etsy, then the shipping may be cheaper, so it's worth checking both just to see, because depending on where you are in the world, the shipping is sometimes cheaper on Etsy. I usually buy bookmarks from Melena's Bookshop through Etsy because the shipping is cheaper to me in the UK. Right, let me actually open this thing that I've been holding up for ages. One of the reasons why I wanted to film this video today was because this came like a few days ago, and I keep looking at it and really wanting to open it and being like, no, this is a thing to open as part of a Booktube video. That was a very satisfying tear of tape. I don't think I'm interesting when I don't edit myself very much. Okay. It looks very pretty. Should I have done this facing down? No, it's fine. So within here... Okay. Wait. Let me actually read this information before I continue talking. Also, this wrapping paper is beautiful. Within this mystery bag that I'm very excited to open, I have a book and 3 bookish goodies, which I'm excited for. And if you would like a mystery bag of your own, you can use the code mystery10, mystery in capital letters, on Melena's website or Etsy to get 10% off a mystery bag or a blind date with a book, which is another kind of, you know, mystery bookish thing. I will leave all the information down below. And yeah, let me open my parcel. I'm very excited. So on the outside we have a postcard and a bookmark. I have a few of Milena's bookmarks. These are Milena's bookmarks, you know, especially branded for her bookshop. So it's very nice to have another one because they are really good size as well. They're not too long. Sometimes bookmarks are too long, and when I'm reading going down the lines they stick out a lot. Anyway, and I also have a postcard in here in which Melena tells me she has based what's in my mystery bag from watching my videos over the years, so I'm very excited. What I don't know is whether this is a book I've never read before, or a book I have read before and love and would like a nice edition of, but we'll find out. I think other people who do unboxings and stuff make prettier videos. Oh, I am very excited. Okay. Let me show you all the many things I have. So I have some Jane Austen stickers, which is excellent. I'm very excited to have some Jane Austen stickers. This is lovely. I'm very excited for this and for Jane Austen July. I also have here, oh, this is very exciting. I have a Wuthering Heights badge. This is very exciting because I'm always looking for new literary pins, and I lost a literary pin last year. I had like a little pin that was a quill and it fell off my coat, which is very sad, but now I have a little Wuthering Heights pin, which is very exciting to have. And then I also have some bookish notepaper, which is very useful always and very, very cute. And finally I have a nice edition of Charles Dickens's Christmas books, which is excellent because I do love Charles Dickens's Christmas books a lot. Let's see what's in here, because that is always very interesting to see with Charles Dickens, because what is counted as a Christmas book is debatable. Oh, interesting. So we do have, yeah, we do have all of them. Quite correct. Well done, Wordsworth Classics. We have A Christmas Carol, The Chimes, The Cricket on the Hearth, The Battle of Life, and The Haunted Man. And this is a very nice edition. I like how cosy and spooky it looks. So very, very nice to have. And I am very glad that it's not a book I haven't read that I have to add to my TBR because, you know, my TBR is too big. But, you know, a beautiful edition of a classic that I love, always lovely to have. So very excited about all of these things. And yeah, like I said, I will leave all the details and stuff down below. What else do I have to say? I don't know. Oh yes, I was gonna say I played a really, really great video game in December, and I don't talk about video games very much on this channel. I don't play that many video games, but it was so good, and I feel like it will appeal to readers of books, so I thought I would mention it. So Nick and I, my husband and I, played together a game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which is a puzzle game set in a spooky, atmospheric hotel, doing strange things with time and memory, and it's just great. It was really good. It was also a very nice one to play together because there are lots of puzzles that are useful to have two brains on. But it was just a really, really good, fun puzzle game with a really great atmosphere and a really, really good story and a really interesting use of storytelling. Like I said, I don't play a ton of video games, but I do think video games often, like, you know, could do some interesting things with narrative order and structure. And Lorelei and the Laser Eyes was so good. And if you're someone who likes books and video games, I feel like you would like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, because it is, I suppose, to be honest, what I'm actually saying is that Lorelei and the Laser Eyes was quite a literary video game. I think it was quite an accessible literary video game, but genre-wise it was literary fiction. But I liked it more than I like literary fiction in novels, because when it was sometimes a little bit like pretentious, it was also like super atmospheric. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say here, but I just thought it was really good. And if you like an atmospheric sort of gothic novel, it's not like really old-fashioned gothic, it's sort of like mid-20th century gothic, but yeah, so that is, you know, one of the pieces of fiction I've really enjoyed in the last few months that wasn't a novel. And you know, the majority of pieces of fiction I enjoy are novels, but every now and then there is something else I like. That is all I wanted to say in this slightly rambly video. I think in my head this is going to be like a 10-minute quick chatty video, and I feel like one problem with being chatty is that I ended up chatting for ages. So anyway, I hope this has been an interesting video, and a slightly different one. Let me know if you like a sort of chatty ramble about various bits and pieces, and I can do them every now and then when I have some miscellaneous things to talk about. That's all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back very soon with another bookish video.